this family moves into this house, and they put all of their money, all of their savings into this home, thinking that it's going to work out. And no one ever thinks like a haunting is going to be so unlivable that you're going to move out, you know? So it's like, what do people do when things get to the point of your life is in danger, but you also have nowhere to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys didn't like about this one?
I couldn't say. There's nothing in this that makes me think it like is a negative. At least in my opinion, I can't pick anything apart. The acting was great, even like with the kids. The kids were perfect in it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can take away from this movie and say that they did bad. I think it's almost perfect.
Yeah.
What about you, Wes?
Is there anything I didn't like?
Yeah.
Not with the first film, but I didn't like the biggest thing that I had a problem with the second one was that it seemed like it was trying to shoehorn a lot of stuff in for other movies rather than focusing on its independent story.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
makes sense.
They're trying to set up a whole bunch of different shit.
Yes, which was that's like the only thing negative that I can say with 2. It does, to its credit, has a lot of creepy stuff in it still. Again, the kids in that, it's a new family, but that family is so good at selling their fear to us that you just can't help but buy it. And I understand why these movies make so much money. It's just because it's done really well. Pretty much every time. Within the Conjureverse, I think it's called now. I don't really care for the first Annabelle. I think it's mediocre. The Curse of La Llorona, I feel like it was a misfire in that they should have told the tale, like the actual, just made like a story about the actual folklore rather than just having her be like a monster, you know what I mean? It was okay. The Nun, again, beautifully shot, but boring. Very, very boring for me.
I liked The Nun. I thought it wasn't like, obviously it's not to the Conjuring level, but I think it did its job and what it was supposed to do and what it was supposed to be. All the Annabelles I think are okay.
Creation is the best one by far.
Yeah, no, that one is the best. And I think the third Conjuring, although it's like the weakest in the franchise of the trilogy, I think that I still enjoyed it. I still liked it. That was like one of my most like anticipated movies of that year. It was last year when it came out, and then when they announced all those movies coming to HBO Max, I was super stoked. But I got to see that. I went to see that in the theaters as well. What about you, James?
Yeah, I think I agree with both of you on your points, but I enjoyed the first and second one. The first one, obviously, I don't think anything really tops it. I enjoyed the second one, but like US, I do agree that there was things that they kind of forced to help facilitate other franchises or spin-offs, like you said. And then I've only seen one of the Annabelles, so I can't comment on all of them. And to be honest, I don't even remember which one it is. I don't know which one that I saw. It might have been the first one that came out. But I enjoyed the Curse of La Llorona. I thought that was I thought it was good. Like I just like the fact that they're all interconnected and intertwined, and they all kind of trace or lead back to the Warrens in some way or form, shape or form.
Or Annabelle, right?
Right, you're right.
Like
Exactly.
I mean in the doll, because that's
Yeah.
that's how I think La Llorona becomes that story arc. That was a huge. This is probably a spoiler, so I apologize, but I think the doll is seen in the film, and that was the big thing. Like, oh shit, this is the part of the universe.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that one, Ryan?
Yeah, I've seen it. We've been meaning to watch it because Sandy hasn't seen it. But yeah, I know. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was worth. I didn't see that in theaters. I saw that at home.
But like you said, Ryan, nothing really reaches the same height as the first Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all good in their own ways, and I don't take anything away from them. But yeah, I haven't seen any. I have only seen the one Annabelle. How many are there? Isn't there 3 of them now?
Yes.
Okay. I think I just saw the first one because I wasn't sure which order they're supposed to go in. Isn't it like 2, 1, and then 3?
Yeah. Yes. Actually, yeah. Because Creation, the second one is technically a prequel, so it goes Creation, leading into 1, and then whatever the third one is called.
Which one is the one with the they're like in an orphanage, like a girls' group home?
Yeah, that's Creation. That's the prequel.
Okay, so that's the one that's the one I saw.
All
So
right.
I haven't seen the actual first one. But yeah, that's the one that I saw because I think I remember now, like remembering that was a prequel for the first one. So yeah, I enjoyed all of them. I think I love this universe. James Wan is brilliant in that way, and I know he's not. Is he a producer in all of them?
I believe so. Yes.
So yeah, that's why we get that familiarity in all of the films, and like I said, the kind of the web that spreads out through that universe and connects them all. But yeah, I don't think anything really tops this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, it go like you could think about it in this way. They can make as many John Wicks as they want, but it's none of them are going to hit the same as the first one. Like when we watched the first one in 2014, we did not know what to expect. So usually the original, you can't top it, you know what I mean? Unless you're Child's Play 2 or something, I don't know.
What would your rating be, Wes and James?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I would just go right out the gate. 10 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I was in that range too. So, it's pretty damn near perfect, if not perfect. 100%. So, like I said, there's nothing usually especially in films when you have kids, that's kind of the downfall in a film. But with this, I feel like they played their part and they casted them perfectly. They knew what they were doing. They were as professional as they can be as children or kid actors. So, and that was I feel like that was a strength in the film rather than being a weakness. And kind of like where other movies have to worry about that.
Has there been a movie since this came out you guys think that has scared you the way that this is the first time? Since then?
For me, seeing Hereditary in a dark ass theater
Oh my god!
with everybody dead fucking silent, you could hear a pin drop. Hereditary, man, the most unsettling unorthodox horror experience that I've had in probably the last couple years.
That's funny. I was gonna say that too. You like totally stole the word. It's like you stole the words out of my brain. I was gonna with like unsettling being like if there was one word to describe Hereditary, it would be unsettling. That movie, for me. That's one of those movies where it's like you feel horrible after watching it, and it's like I don't know why I'm feeling this way. You know what I mean? I know how that is, but it's just like one of those movies where you're like, oh, I gotta go home and take a shower or something. And I like watch this like nastiness from this movie that I just watched off. And then you don't even really know what you watched when you like the first time seeing it. You're like, what the hell did I just watch? This is insane. But I think that's for me, that's like two separate things. I think terrifying wise, I feel like The Conjuring is more, if that makes sense. And then there's more of like the unsettling feeling and like disgust and like in Hereditary. I don't know. That's how I kind of break it down.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's two different subgenres. I feel you on that one. Ryan, did you have something in mind that scared you as much as this?
That would be Hereditary. Would be my pick. I didn't get to see that in theaters, so I don't know. I wish I did. I have a very like I said, I think that there are a few of the last decade that have scared the shit out of me. I think obviously The Conjuring, Hereditary. My reasoning for it being as scary as it was, Hereditary, might be a little different from you guys, like point of view. But yeah, no, Hereditary definitely.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
Oh yeah, I am super close to my mom, and like my best fucking friend. So seeing that relationship deteriorate between the son and mom, and her saying the things that she does say to him was fucking like it shook me to my core.
Okay. So the family dynamic
yes,
bothered you. Okay.
Yes, I could not, and I'm just speaking for myself because I know everybody has, different relationships with their moms or their parents or their family, everything. But I could not fucking live with myself if my mom did and said the things that she does in that fucking movie. So that's why it was so terrifying to me. But yeah, I think that is right up there with the Conjuring of being those movies, like you said, James, that you just feel fucking like the dread is hanging over you for fucking days after.
Yes.
You guys want to hear? I have, I think 3 Swan facts. Lorraine Warren actually spent lots of time on set and has a small cameo in the film.
She's in the crowd at the school, right?
Yes, when they're doing the lecture.
Yeah.
The film in which the movie takes place in is based on a real house in the same area, and once the movie came out, the owners of said house experienced vandalism and robberies consistently, so much so that they had to sue, or they felt that they were entitled to sue the film's producers as well as James Wan.
Wow.
I think they did settle that, and they also had another lawsuit happen with them where I forget the author's name, but a while ago, an author actually wrote a book on the Warrens, and in the contract for the book, I guess, there couldn't be any other adaptations about, like, things that he talks about in his book. So technically the film was in breach of that contract, and that's another thing that they were able to, I think, settle out of court,
Oh wow.
And I think that just these things happen because the movie has a huge cultural footprint and made a shit ton of money